Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this channel is called Linda T70. It's really good to have your company today. Oh, buzzy phone. Thank you if you're returning and a regular viewer. Really good to have you on board today. And if you've just happened on my channel, hope you enjoy my content and come back and see me again. Hope you've had a good weekend. It's Monday now, so this last weekend we went to that family party I was telling you about, which was very nice actually, 21st birthday party, and I was ever so impressed really with the lad whose birthday it was, because as I said before, sorry, as soon as you switch the camera on, people start buzzing you. You know, he came round to everybody. He didn't really know us. Well, I didn't think he'd even know who we were. We've been in each other's company on various occasions, but we've never really interacted with this lad. And but all credit to him, you know, during the evening he came round and sort of gave us all a hug, or, you know, warmly handshake with the men, I suppose, and thanked us for coming and for bringing cards and money. And then yesterday he sent a message to everyone. Well, I say everyone, I had just got a message to me and current husband to thank us for the money we gave him. And I thought that was really, really nice, because even if someone else had written it, but I don't think so. I think his mum probably told him to, but I don't know. You know, I just thought it was really polite. And I thought about the days when I was little and somebody would give me excuse me, a gift for some reason, and you'd have to go and thank them or send them a little thank you note. And I remember doing that with my children as well. When they were little, if anybody sent them anything for Christmas or birthdays, you'd stand over them, wouldn't you, and say, come on, write this thank you note. Because people used to do that sort of thing in those days, didn't they? They don't really do that sort of thing now. Very rare. I mean, you'd get a text, wouldn't you? And that's all anyone would expect. But actually to go out and buy a thank you card or a notelet or whatever, and then to write something and post it, you know, it's a bit of a thing now that probably most people wouldn't bother with. Now the dog's scratching at the door. Let me just open the door for her. Yeah, so it was a nice party and I'm glad we went. I'd been quite busy doing the wallpapering and the painting during the day in my room bedroom that I'm doing up. So I could have done without going out, but sometimes it's nice to make the effort, and it's quite easy to find excuses not to bother going out, isn't it? But anyway, it was a nice evening, so I'm glad we went. Also, thank you so much if you're one of my regular viewers, for all the comments about the cooking I did last week. I mean, it's quite interesting to read all your comments. Some of you love to cook, some of you hate it, some of you find it the most boring thing on earth, and some of you were quite impressed that I made custard. And I think, I mean, to be fair, it's just as easy as opening a tin, but I suppose some people just don't really get in the habit, and I do, because it's not something we have very often. So I never think to buy a tin of Bird's custard or whatever. I have bought those, you know, if we've had a party or something, those cartons of ready-made custard, but you know, sometimes you can be bothered and sometimes you can't. But anyway, but thank you for all the positive comments about that. I'm glad quite a few of you enjoyed it. And also, on just before I start about today's video, the comments that you had, you all seemed, well, not all of you, but a lot of you were interested in me telling my sister's story, so I will do that, and I shall start working on that very soon, so thank you for that. Now, yesterday we went to Ikea, and we rarely go to Ikea. I can remember the last time I went, it was just when my son was moving in here, so it was more than 2.5 years ago. It's a bit of a rabbit hole, isn't it, when you go there? You don't really, you go there to sort of either to buy something in particular or just have a little wander. But the way that it's designed there, it is, you know, the display rooms and everything are so impressive, and everything's set out so nicely. You just really you think, oh yeah, I want this, I want that, and you go out perhaps with a budget and then you come back spending far more than that. And there was lots of Christmas stuff in there as well, but I'm very good now. I keep walking through Christmas decoration departments now. I've got rid of all my, well, a lot of my stuff, and I'm not really tempted at the moment to buy anything. Lots of Halloween stuff in there as well, if you're interested in going down there and having a look. It's a bit of a nuisance where I live, because I live just outside Watford in Hertfordshire. And it seems to me we've got two choices of Ikeas. We've got Milton Keynes, and we've got the other one we've got is Wembley. And Wembley is a bit easier. Not that Milton Keynes is difficult to get to from here, it's not, it's just up the M1. But if you go the M1 the other way, you go into London and you know, up to Wembley, it's not that bad. So we tend to go to that one. But it's, I was really surprised actually. I've thought about this before when I've been. For somewhere that sells the type of products it sells, here I'm going on a bit of a rant here, aren't I? So basically you come out, not many people have got vans and the vehicles that you can easily put all these things that you want in. I know you can now get deliveries from Ikea, but I gather that whatever you have delivered, it's about £30 or £40 delivery charge, which kind of seems a bit excessive to me. It sounds like it's a bit of a cheek really, charging all that, but there we are. I was informed by my daughters that you can go to Tesco's and pick things up, but I suppose it depends on what you're buying, doesn't it? And we wanted a couple of things, well, I wanted a couple of quite sizable things. So you park up obviously, and then you've got those little curbs that you wheel your trolley up and down. And I said to current husband, why don't they give you a level surface? Because trying to get, we had a trolley, and we had I don't know what you call those other trolleys that you put like big things on. So we had one each. And getting them up and down, and it was pouring with rain as well, getting them up and down the curbs is a right old issue. And then actually getting the stuff into your vehicle, I mean, it's a bit of a comedy roadshow really, with watching some people do it. And we bought several items, which I'll tell you about. And one of them was a chair, and it was in a square, quite a large square box. And it just would not fit into our car. Current husband does have a van, but we didn't use that yesterday because, well, we just didn't. We just used my car. And so in the end, he had to take it out of the box. Bo, stop it. Does anybody else's dog scratch at things, scratch at carpet and the furniture? I don't know why she does it. The other one doesn't. Oh, no, she does. No, the other one does do it. Yeah, she does. Anyway. Yeah, so he had to take this chair out of the box in the end to save the space. And we got it all in the car then, but yeah, it's just... And then I asked an IKEA employee who was in the car park, where do I put the box? And, well, he wasn't terribly forthcoming, but I just had to... in the end, I just went and put it down where I saw it was out of the rain. I just thought, you know, they don't seem to have any... The car park doesn't really suit the needs of the people that, you know, the products they're selling. If you see what I mean. Anyway, that's another thing, isn't it? They're not going to go and change all their car parks just because I think it's a brilliant idea. So there we are. It was quite a good day because we did buy stuff that we didn't need and stuff we did need. So that was good. Now, the first thing to tell you is, yeah, where shall I start? Let me have a think. Yeah, I'll just pull stuff out and you can have a look. And I've got a receipt here. You know, I'm not very good at finding stuff on the receipt. We did spend quite a lot, but then this was including furniture as well. So I'll just show you, I'll show you all the little bits and pieces. I'm not going to show you the furniture yet because we haven't put it together, but I can tell you what we bought. I'll just move this back. So the first thing that comes to hand is this little dog. Now, I don't know why I bought him, or we bought him, because you know, you walk round and you pick things up, don't you? And I walk, because one of my granddaughters in particular is fond of dogs, and I know her mother doesn't want this in their house because my granddaughter's got enough of this sort of thing. So I thought, oh, I'll buy one to go on in the new room when it's all finished. It can sit on the bed. And then I picked it up, and I said to current husband, it's a shame they haven't got a schnauzer, because I've got schnauzer dogs. They're, my pets are schnauzers. And he said, oh, are you thinking of this for, you know, the granddaughter? And I said, well, you know. And then by the time I picked him up, I sort of didn't want to put him down again, because I thought he might be thinking, oh, take me home with you. I don't want to be under this big pile of dogs. So basically, I know I'm a bit mad. Basically, he came home with us, and so I'm going to find somewhere for him to sit. I'm not really a soft toy person that, you know, goes and buys soft toys or wants people to buy them soft toys. But I just thought, oh, he's quite cute, isn't he? And I didn't really like to put him back once I'd picked him up and talked to him, and I didn't want him thinking, where did I go wrong? So anyway, we got him. I think he was 12 quid, which is more than enough, isn't it, really? Quite expensive for a soft toy, but sod it. Right, the next thing I bought was one of these. Now, I've been watching a few videos about people doing craft rooms. So if you haven't seen me before, my son has recently vacated a room in this house where he was staying with us for a while, and he's moved on now. So we have a room available, which I'm going to use for 3 or 4 purposes, really. A multi-purpose room. So it's going to be a spare bedroom, a sewing room, a crafting room, and I want to do my YouTube videos. I want to film those in that room, so I don't have to faff about doing it all downstairs. And also, sometimes I want to record a video when somebody else is in the house, and I feel a bit weird doing that. So I watched a video the other day, and a lady said that a lot of the children's things are good for crafting that you buy from Ikea, like the Trofast units and sort of cupboards and things that are actually little, smaller than normal for children's rooms, but they work quite well for crafting. So I had that sort of in my mind. But anyway, I know this isn't a child's thing, but I think she had one of these things as well, which had pens. I mean, she had a wonderful craft room. She had all sorts of things in there. I mean, I'm not a professional, well, I'm not even a good or a halfway decent crafter, but sometimes I like to do stuff. So one of these, and these are called Sunurster, I think. I don't know if that's how you say it. And this was... So you fit it on the wall. Sorry, I'm being not telling you very well here, am I? You fit it on the wall. Oh, that's actually the way you fit it. And then you've got these things on. And I also bought, oops. Sorry, wall. I'm assuming they're the same things. I can't actually see, but I bought 2 more in this sort of sage colour. So I'm hoping they'll fit on. If they don't, I'll use them for something else. They'll hook onto something. But my assumption was that they would fit this thing because they look the same to me. No, they must do, because it says Sunurster on them. Sunurster. My Swedish isn't all that good. So yeah, I bought that for £4, and these 2 additional ones. Let's see if I can find this. Oh, they were £1. They were 75 each, I think, 75p each. That's quite good, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it, in Ikea, because some things seem ridiculously cheap, and then other things seem ridiculously expensive for Ikea, don't they? So who knows? So yes, so they will be going up somewhere in the room, position to be decided, but I will let you know when I'm quite looking forward to the reveal, actually. I hope it's not a letdown. The other thing I bought, nothing to do with that room, but I bought some stuff from Dunelm. So yeah, I have actually gone somewhere different to Dunelm. I bought a when I did my kitchen, I bought a set which had a washing up bowl, a sink drainer, draining board drainer. Yeah, I'm never sure what those things are called. And a thing that goes in your knife and fork drawer. And the thing that went in the knife and fork drawer just didn't fit. I bought them as a set. They were just 3 in 1, and I didn't really think about the size of it. Anyway, so I found this, which is called Updaterer, something like that. There we are. And that looks quite nice. This is 32 by 50 centimetres, and it looks like it'll fit in my drawer okay. I think my drawer is 40 centimetres wide. I'm just worried about the depth, but I've kind of offered it up and it looks all right. So the Updaterer, I wish I knew how to say it. That was £15. It looks a bit sort of bamboo, doesn't it? I don't know if it is. I don't suppose you care really anyway, do you? But it's got little leg things that you can stick on the bottom somewhere. Anyway, so I bought that, and I thought that looked quite nice. So I'm going to give that a try, and hopefully you can see that these are sort of where you put the spoons and teaspoons and things there. So there's that. Then I saw, just in the spirit of putting bits and pieces in, because the other thing with our family, the way our rooms work, is current husband is a sole trader, so he's got his own business, which means paperwork and keeping track of various things. Involves lots of reference books, lots of as I say, sort of invoicing, accountants information and stuff. So this, hopefully we're going to be able to fit in his stuff as well. I mean, it's not all about me, is it? He does live here as well. And so sorry. I saw these and I thought these might, I don't know exactly for what, but these might be useful for something. So I've gone with the green theme. So these little pots here, and these are called something else probably I can't pronounce. Oh, has it got a name on it? Perhaps it doesn't. No, not really. Anyway, so can you see it's kind of got a dip in the side there. So I bought 2 of those in green, and let's see, can we find, I think they were £4. I think they were £4. I might be wrong. There is something on this, something on here for £4. And I bought 3 of these little white things. I think they might have been £2. So I got those. So those are for that. Then I bought this, which is a Hummel mott. So this is a throw. This is 51 by 67 inches or 130 by 170 centimetres. And I thought this might, given the colours I've got in the room, oh my goodness, I thought, lordy, I thought this might look nice either on the bed or on a chair or something. So I'm going to put a chair up there. Sorry if that was noisy. They did this in a beige as well, but it's like a waffle pattern really, well, almost. Which they didn't have. I couldn't see one of those, but they had this colour, and I thought, oh, that might go quite nicely. So I bought this, and this was, I think, £5 something. I think it was £5.50. which I thought wasn't bad. This is what I mean, you know, you pay £12 for a little dog, which I'm sure you could buy that in a shop for like £6.99. And then you pay £12, you pay £5.50 for this, which you will get the benefit of when I show you what's in the room. So yeah, I quite like that. And then you so the way that obviously, as you know, I mean everyone knows what IKEA is like, don't they? But they obviously want you to walk in a certain way, and so you see everything they sell, which is obviously a marketing ploy. And I was quite surprised with some of the displays there though, because you know, everyone's got those Kallax units, haven't they? But most of them just use them in the same boring way. But they do kind of give you some good ideas. And I mean, they had a display there of had some see-through doors on. So there was a Kallax unit with see-through doors, and they'd put a display of trainers. So you can imagine people who are into trainers like to see their trainers and display them in their house, and you could sort of do that. And I thought that was quite a good idea, and a lot of women have those sort of fancy shoes that they like to display. So you know, it just sort of gives you different ideas of using the same stuff. But then of course we went through the children's bit and the drawing bit and the craft bit, and I thought, oh dear. So I did buy a couple of bits because I thought I've got quite a lot of pens and crayons, and not crayons, colouring pencils and felts, and yeah, whatnot. But I thought that the IKEA stuff just looks so nice. So I bought. Now I don't know if these are any good or not. You might be saying to me, God, that's a waste of time because they're absolute rubbish. But they just look nice, don't they? The colours look so lovely. These, I don't know what they're called. They're probably not called anything. Oh, Marla. Here we go. Marla. And there's 24 colouring. I suppose they're felt tips. But I thought if I want something to put in my little pots that I've just shown you, they'd look nice. So I got those. If I can see how much they were. Oh, Marla. £2.50. Again, you know, they might be rubbish, I don't know. But I thought I could have picked up lots more, but I didn't. Then I saw some little paints, which are, again, Marla, the range. It's obviously the range. I wasn't sure whether they were poster paints or what they were, because the trouble is when everything's not written in your first language, it's a bit of a guess, isn't it? But anyway, I got those and I thought, well, it's nice to have some emergency paints. I did have some which went a bit funny and I got rid of them, and I thought, well, they're nice, and you've got sort of two sets of colours in there. So they would be, oh, I'm saying Marla, perhaps that, let's see, Marla. So, oh no, the pens were £4.50. Pens were £4.50, apologies. Where's the other Marla thing? Oh, paints were £5.50. The felt tips were £4.50. Sorry, it's not very good keep diving down, is it? So the felt tips were £4. The paints were £5.50. The brushes, which are these, just got a little set of these. They were £2.50, and the coloured pencils were £4.50. I just thought they were quite cute. I mean, I didn't need them. I'm just mad, really, aren't I? But it gets you like that, doesn't it? Okay, so that's the little things that I got from the sort of marketplace bit, and, you know, wandering around. So the other thing I was going to just show you today, I was going to show you a bit of the wallpaper that I've chosen for that room. Now this is a Dunelm wallpaper, and I wanted a paper on a couple of the walls, but I didn't want anything that was like living, as in I didn't want any people or animals in the print. I wanted something with plants, but nothing with any humans or animals in. I could only say the same thing twice, really. So I bought this. It was a struggle to find something, I can tell you. So this is a Dunelm paper. So it's got a sage background, which is one of the colours in the room. And the reason I chose this was because of the sage background, and also I thought there's lots of sort of accent colours I can pick out of that. You've got blue, this orangey colour, pink, green, you know, so I thought there's plenty of choice there to pick out some colours for cushions and things. And the other things I bought, so, oh yeah, and sorry, the other thing to say is, so part of the room is painted in that sage that I did the kitchen in, and the other part is in an ivory colour. I will show you all this, but not in this video. It's, you know, it's a right old mess up there, but I will take some pictures, and then when it's finished, I'm hoping it's going to be finished by the end of the week. I don't know, because I do get fed up doing this stuff after a while, but there is some furniture, like I say, to put together. So, yeah, but I just thought I'd show you the wallpaper. The other thing we bought was a rug, which was £125. We bought a chair, which was £125. We bought a Marm desk, which was £129. We bought... What's that? I don't know what that is. We bought a sorry, I've forgotten the name of it. It's just here. Hold on. A Trofast unit. So Trofast is that stuff that most people, if they've got children or grandchildren, will know. Just a low unit with drawers. They're not drawers, they're like plastic bins that pull out, and usually they're different colours, but I wanted just a thin one that was too high, and I didn't want coloured drawers. And I'm just seeing if I could see how much it was. I think it was £25. I'm pretty sure it was. Trofast. Oh, £22. £22. So I got one of those. Was there anything else I bought? No, I think that was everything. Is that right? I mean, there were the other thing they've got in there was, what I did was I took photographs, you know, the little label that they have, and you find out which row in the warehouse, which row and which pick-up point they're at. That's not the word, is it? But anyway, you know where to go to pick up the things you want in the warehouse before you pay. And but that was fine. So I took photographs of those, and when we got to the bit where we wanted to actually pick the stuff up that we hadn't already got, I realised that I'd been a bit of a twit, because I'd taken a photograph, but I hadn't always put the photograph, this, you know, the name thing. So we looked at several desks, for example, and some of them said that you had to go to the sort of like a central point. So they weren't on the shelves, and I wasn't really quite sure. Actually, let me just find out, tell you, because I'm not making much sense. I'll just find the thing on my phone. 1 second. Yes, so at the bottom of the paper hanging labels, they would have, some things had, this item will be picked for you, and it says use the self-service station or contact a member of staff. So we went to we found a member of staff and said, well, what do we do about this? And she said, oh, you go over there. So she pointed us to, you know, like when you used to go into Argos, I suppose you still do, you know, there's a little, you put the numbers in and there's a little screen in front of you. And we couldn't find the things that had this. There were a couple of things that had this use the self-service station thing, and we just couldn't find them. And we looked and looked and looked, and of course there's people queuing up behind you to use these sort of computer terminal things, and so we kind of had to give up on that. But I just thought, and yet. And you could argue, I suppose, that, oh, well, maybe they're the difficult things that you need two people to help with. But then the Marne desk that we got, which was actually in 2 boxes anyway, that weighed an absolute ton. And it took, well, I'm not really much help because I am 71, you know. But, you know, we really struggled to pick those up. I mean, we managed it. You do, don't you? But that's so it was just another added complication, really, that we weren't expecting, and we just gave up on it in the end. We just thought, oh, let's just get the other thing instead, which was a shame. But there you go. I think that's everything I bought. It seemed like it was a lot more than that, but no. So the dog, the sort of creative bits and pieces, a couple of little pots, my knife and fork, knife and fork thing for my drawer, and the little hanging bar that has the cup things on it to put bits and pieces in. Oh, and this, of course. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm sorry it's been a bit all over the place today. I'm going to see you on Friday. I'll put this up to go out on Tuesday, hopefully, and I will do my chat with you on Friday, hopefully, and I will carry on with this room, and I will be able to show you as and when the blooming thing's finished, because I've still got loads to buy. I need curtaining, I need possibly a new curtain rail, I need some to put stuff on the walls. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do, because sometimes you have to get so far and then stand back and see how things look. It's quite tempting to go out and buy a load of stuff, thinking, oh, I like this and this will go with that and that will go with that, but in the end you don't need it. And I'm also trying to decide whether I need lampshades as well, and I'm trying to decide whether to put the headboard back on the bed, which I will have to cover if I do. Well, that's not a problem, but I don't know whether to do that or not. So I'm still, you know, a fair way off having everything finished, but at least all the painting seems to be finished now. So that's the main thing, and I can start sort of putting things back together gradually. So good to have your company today. Sorry if this has been a bit, I always say this, don't I? But I hope this has been a fantastic, scintillating video for you to watch. I look forward to seeing you next time with obviously another topic, and you take care of yourselves, keep well. And a lot of you seem to be writing to me, or when you write to me you say that you've had colds or COVID or whatever, and you know, all I can say, I've said this before about vaccinations and things, and I know it's not everybody's thing to be vaccinated for whatever reason, and that's fine. I'm not trying to make anyone or encourage anybody to do anything that's none of my business. It's up to you. But do try and take as best care of yourself as you can, and try and avoid catching all these things, because it's that time of year now, isn't it? It's just a bit... I've got my eye test tomorrow. That's the next thing on the list. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully my eyes haven't deteriorated too much. But should probably get my ears tested, actually, because I do struggle sometimes to hear people. I suppose that's kind of a wear and tear old age thing, isn't it? Not much nice about being old, is there? Anyway, take care. See you very soon, and bye-bye for now.